What's up, guys? Good morning. I am recording this part 2 for today's stock market insights because you have requested it. And I have so far 10 additional stocks that we can take a look at. And as you can see here on my screen, we have MA, ATN, MBT, ACEPH, ABS, MEG, ICT, AEV, LTG, and of course, Pure Gold. All right. So we're still here again in our Instagrams page, our favorite tool that we use whenever we do our charting. Let's take a look at MAH. MAH? Oh no. So whenever I see this, I don't feel good because we're currently moving below the MA20 line, right? And it has been quite some time when the sentiment is um, moving upwards. And I think this is already a sign of weakness that we are about to face some more declines for this stock. Although there is a support starting to be formed in this area. So another thing to watch out for. Tomorrow could be a make or break day because the area where it is at right now, that's an area short-term support that we see because we see some consolidation for two occasions here. Um, on the week of first week of May, you had this price area where the price hits that specific area, then it bounces every time. And then there's a slight recovery, and then it got revisited. So let's see if we'll experience some breakdown in the price. So if it continues to move lower than 242, just be extra careful because the next possible drop there could be around 1.89. Okay, so, and also if you are to look at the direction of your MA20 line, it's about to bend downwards. So I don't really feel good about that. Okay, so just be extra mindful of the next possible course of action here. Next drop would be 1.89. Okay, if it recovers, then that's good. What we want to see is a green engulfing candlestick, something like this. It's just that there was a resistance very near that area. So as you can see here, your MA20 line was very near. So I will not be surprised that the next day you had some signs of weakness all the way on the third day here. So that's it for MA. As for ATN, also you had a slight recovery there, but because there is not much volume yet, uh, the recovery did not sustain, okay, or the bounce did not sustain. But as for now, I can see MA20 being our support at the moment, and I feel that it will sustain because we are already at the very bottom of this stock. So I think it'll just do sideways, mainly because there's not a lot of volume at the moment. So sideways could be the next possible movement here. It revisited that, and most likely will just move within this range from here to here. Very very small range if you want to do range trading, but I suggest try to check out other stocks. But look at that, it's an automatic 9% in just a matter of one movement of a candlestick there. Then that's an automatic 9%. But if you want, you just have to wait for it when it touches around 0.53 or 0.52 level. The reason why I said that that's your next support is because this area used to be your resistance right here, and I think it will sustain that. Okay, that's a bit of a strong support because it took some time before that resistance got broken. Okay, so that is ATN. If you're a long-term investor here, this has been on a massive downward trend already. And ATN is associated with the build project of the government. They were able to win a lot of the uh, construction projects partnered with the government. So I think I will not be surprised if the decline was massive because I think there will be some slowdown or uh, government projects will be put on hold, possibly a lot of those because of the damage that the pandemic has brought to our country. So looking at the chart, do your assignment about the fundamentals about the recent update about ATN, but right now I'm just talking about the chart. Okay, and MBT very good here. So we managed to cross the MA20 line, which is good because I feel that this now becomes your support. 35.29 will now be your new support. So just in case some people will take profit tomorrow, anywhere from 35.29 to 36.84, that will already be a good entry price. I mean 36.85. So that's already a good entry price. Okay, try to take a look at this. This used to be your resistance. This used to be your support. Okay, previous support will now act as your resistance, but if you break that resistance, chances are it will move a little higher and then revisit your support to test the support and establish a new one there. So you'd always see me draw this image. So normally, once we have a breakout play, so soon I feel that there is going to be a breakout play for this stock, especially because we're now, most of the banks are already moving upwards, and MBT is one of the more stable banks in the country. So I feel that it's starting to wake up. It has been sleeping for quite some time now, since the beginning of April. So well, what's good about this is that when it declined and it stopped around April and then just moved sideways there. So I feel that the next movement now is going north. As you see, today you had 24.2 million on foreign buying. So paired with a good volume the previous last Friday, then of course additional reinforcement in today's volume here. So good recovery there. ICT? No, ACEPH. Okay, I don't like it. This one, your MA20 line acted as a resistance. When the price was when the price hit the MA20 line, you had a rejection. That is seen here on the wick. So that means at one point within this day, within today's market performance, price hit that level. But people felt that it's a bit expensive, and some of them took profit. Those people who took profit may have already entered around the 2 pesos area, and that was an easy how much? 8% gain for them. Okay, so I feel that it'll retrace. Okay, this could be a lower high, and we might end up having a lower low. So this is what I feel about this stock. This is the next possible support in case that continues to decline. Okay, 1.99 or 2 pesos level, 2 peso level. Okay, so just be extra careful. I suggest try to look at other stocks. 6 days ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so catch it around 1.99. I'm not saying it will totally fail. It's just that probably it'll rest for a while and then retest this area and then recover, because look at the movement of it. Okay, so we're on a decline. We started recovering, and it's probably just resting at the moment before it recovers. Okay, giving majority of us a chance to enter at a much cheaper price. All right, what about ABS? I know, I'm not sure if they're already back in operations, but definitely House plans one held at ABS hearings. But definitely this company will be able to go back and operate again. I read it somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure if it's already they're able to go live again. The last article I read, I think it is going to be this coming October, but unless there are changes, then you can just drop a comment. Maybe I'm not that updated. But as you can see here on this stock, we've reached a bottom, and then we've stabilized at that area for 4 days. And in today's performance, there's um, an increase in the price, so I think it'll start to move higher now. But don't ask me about this, because if you're going to ask for my opinion, I have a different perspective towards ABS. For long-term investors, I don't really recommend this, because the trend of consumer behavior has already changed over the past few years. They like to get their source of entertainment using social media or everything online. And I think there's still a market for our TV networks, because there are still a lot of Filipinos who don't have access to the internet. So this is, TV networks would be their go-to source of entertainment. However, if ABS, GMA are creative enough, and I think they will utilize social media to expand their reach, and of course still capture their target audience. So they will not be gone, they won't, but I think they have to act fast, because innovation is also rapidly expanding, and the it's evolving. But overall, talking about the chart, 14.43 is our support, so anywhere from 14.43 to 15 peso level, that will be a good entry price. But in the meantime, my bias here is just trade this stock. Enter near your support, exit near your resistance. And at the moment, I see, of course, your MA20 line as our nearest resistance over here. Okay, so that used to be your support. There's a support here as well, support here. So because we're below that area, once it goes higher, your previous support can act as a resistance. Okay, same is true here. This used to be a resistance. Okay, wow, thank you, Christ, and a bunch of number for following us. Uh, yeah, we're starting to gain traction in our Investograms page. Thank you, Investograms, for allowing us to post our videos on your portal. And the next one would be MEG. MEG, good job, MEG. So we were able to. So I think I was a little bit impatient when I entered here. I forgot what was my entry price here. I think around 2.53 or 2.63. I totally forgot. But when the price was moving downwards over here, I don't know which part, but I lost around 500 pesos here. I cut my loss, but it recovered. That's fine. Um, so this is another good stock. It's already triggering the upper Bollinger Band. So you've seen this several times on my video, and I've mentioned this several times on my video. When you have a very constricted Bollinger Band and it starts to trigger the upper band or the lower band, that simply means that you will have some more uh, sentiment in that direction. And it's already the fourth day, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, where you have an upward trend here, and we've been triggering the upper band. Very obvious, because you know what happened here, right? It triggered the lower Bollinger Band, and see, more declines happened. Okay, so what I can see here at the moment, this is your short-term resistance. Short-term, because I see this. Last April 15th, there's a peak there. There was a peak. And Let me take a look at the weekly chart to see how it pans out there. So there's a look at this. Okay, so that simply supports our resistance area at that level. Okay. Okay, so if I am to go back to my daily chart, it's just the same, guys. Sometimes you just have to expand it to a longer time frame to have a clearer picture. So see this. This is your short-term resistance. So I feel that this will first be. This is going to be challenged first. So, but sometimes it manages to break that. You have your foreign buying today, so hopefully we'll have more volume, more buyers. So we had 1,500 trades here today. So if we have more trades by tomorrow, I feel that this can easily be broken, and we'll have some more movements to the upside. Look at where you are at right now on a wider perspective. You're very cheap at the moment. So if you're a long-term investor, wherever it is at right now, I think that is already a very, very good entry price. ICT. ICT also starting to trigger some more movements to the upside, but compared to the volume last Friday, compared to the volume today, it's much lower. So just in case people will take profit, a good area to catch it, which is not far from where it is at right now, that would be around 85 level. We're still technically, as you can see here, if you just zoom out a little bit, we're still moving sideways, but slowly, the sentiment is going upwards, but slowly, very slowly. So 85.32, that will be our support. That used to be a resistance, take note. Used to be a resistance. There was also a resistance in this level, and so we managed to break that area. Now what it will do, most likely, it'll just move sideways and revisit that support. It will create a brand new support at that area, then it goes higher. That's the sentiment that we have at the moment. AEV. AEV as well is starting to trigger some more bullish actions. And the next resistance that I see would be this. And I'll give you 2 seconds to identify why. You found it? Okay. First point of evidence. This one. Used to be a resistance. Used to be a support. Used to be a support. There was a slight overshoot here, but still considerable. One over here. So that means if we are going to move higher, then it will have to challenge this level. Now, if you see a red candlestick coming out at that area, then that would be a sign of weakness. Chances are it will revisit your previous support. But right now, my sentiment is that it'll go higher, still higher. If let's say some people will take profit tomorrow, this is the area where you can probably catch it, and I suggest to use a faster time frame so that you can easily get in and out. But if you're a long-term investor, just get in and forget about it, right? Or when it dips, buy some more. Overall, yeah, they're still very attractive here. There you go, right? It even reached the line of 7 area. So this is like what, 30-45% drop from the peak. I don't know, let me check. Let's just use this for example. 30%, 33%. Okay, so you don't normally get that opportunity. Okay, so if you want, just catch it around 43. Watch out what happens around 48, and ride the wave if it continues to go higher. Next would be LTG. LTG, very attractive formation as well. Well, there's June 3rd, X date June 3rd, but only 15 cents. But what is 15 over 0.15? divided by 7.95. Huh? That is, again, 0.15 divided by 7.95. There. So that is 1.8. 1.8% dividend. But do they give out regular dividend? I think it's only once a year. But you know what's interesting here is that, right, we're in a pandemic and they still manage to give out dividends. So I really salute those companies who are consistent at giving out dividends despite the, the period that we are in right now. So overall, I still see this as an attractive position for position traders. So this is our support now. Your previous resistance here will be your support. But there is could be this. This now is your resistance because you have this area and you have this area. Let me check the weekly. Okay. Maybe what I can suggest here is that wait for it to break out of your MA20 line. Probably another green candlestick to confirm the breakout play here. Okay, so that's our confirmation. Because sometimes, like this one, right? It went near your MA20 line, but it did not really sustain. So if you want, you do a breakout play. Have it cross the MA20 line, and that will confirm a change in direction. Otherwise, if you want to play conservative, nearest support on a weekly chart, which is just similar when you go back to your daily, that's the support area. So your call. Wait for it to break out, or you will wait for it to go back to the 7.13. Either way, for long-term investors, this is already attractive. Pure Gold, last stock for this part. Oh, triggering the lower band. We might see some more declines here, but look at that. The volume is really small. So what could this be? Maybe it'll first challenge because you had your support here. Yeah, maybe this part, 43.37. And the reason why I said that is because I saw this and this one too. Okay, this one, and used to be a resistance area over here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. But I really feel that you might have some more declines there. Yeah, look at that on a weekly chart. Okay, so I know. Let's try the Fibonacci retracement. So if you will use the wick, when you go up here on your second point, you also have to use the wick. So these are the possible areas of bounce. There. I'll remove this because, okay. So you're currently sitting at a possible area of bounce, which is around the 44.35. So tomorrow could be a make or break day because it could recover right away. Because this is what I'm seeing. It might not continue to go lower because people feel that um, pure gold is pure gold has survived. A lot of people are going to pure gold for all their basic needs right now, and the groceries are open. So I'm thinking if it doesn't recover in this area, if it drops, the lowest would be 40.85. That's my take on it. Okay. check out 44.35 or 40.85. If you want, you can just wait for it at the 40.85. That's the next possible area of bounce. That's also your MA20 line. Okay. Uh, so I think that's it. This is part two of our June 1st market performance. And if you would like your stocks to be reviewed tomorrow, please drop a comment and yeah, just put there the stocks that you'd like me to review so I can prioritize it. I read all your comments, guys. I have a Facebook page. We're called Invest in the Stock Market. I also post in Instagrams, as you can see, and we're in YouTube as well. So I read all those. You can even message me directly because some of these requests came from the private message. So you're always welcome, guys. That's the objective of this channel. We learn together. This is like my journal. I study every night and I invite you guys. I use your stocks as my subject and I hope I'm able to help you somehow. Okay. In the meantime, thank you. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Have a safe one. Bye bye.